Over 60? Let me ask you something. Have you noticed your vision isn't quite what it used to be? Maybe it's harder to read the newspaper. Maybe the street signs blur at night, or perhaps the glare from headlights makes you nervous behind the wheel. Now imagine this. You sit down for a simple dinner tonight, and by tomorrow morning, your eyes feel a little clearer, your vision a bit sharper. No pills, no surgeries, no expensive treatments. Just four humble vegetables, prepared in the right way, that begin to repair your eyes naturally while you sleep. Sounds almost too simple, right? But that's exactly what science and countless real-life stories are showing us. In this video, we'll walk through these four cooked vegetables one by one. You'll discover which one helps you see better in the dark, which one fights the hidden inflammation quietly stealing your sight, which one shields your eyes from screen and sunlight damage, and the most surprising one of all, the gentle, overlooked vegetable that may be the key to soothing dry, tired eyes. So stay with me, because the first vegetable is one you've heard about since childhood, but you've probably never been told why it matters so much for aging eyes. Let's start with the vegetable you've heard about all your life, carrots. You've probably been told as a child, eat your carrots, they'll help you see in the dark. Back then, it might have sounded like a myth. But now, at 60 or 70 years old, you're beginning to realize there's more truth to that old saying than you thought. Here's why. Carrots are rich in beta-carotene, a compound your body turns into vitamin A. And vitamin A is the fuel for the tiny light-sensitive cells in your eyes called rods. These rods allow you to see in dim light, whether it's driving at night, finding your way in a dark hallway, or adjusting from bright sunlight into a shadowy room. When you don't get enough vitamin A, the rods can't function properly. That's when night vision blurs, glare from headlights becomes unbearable, and even simple tasks feel unsafe. Doctors call this night blindness, but the good news is, it's one of the most preventable vision problems. But here's the secret: raw carrots aren't enough. Their nutrients are locked inside tough plant cell walls. Your body struggles to release them. The solution? Gentle cooking. Steaming, roasting, or sautéing breaks down those walls, making beta-carotene much easier to absorb. And there's one more trick. Beta-carotene is fat-soluble. That means your body needs a healthy fat to pull it in. Add a drizzle of olive oil, a teaspoon of avocado oil, or even a touch of butter, and suddenly your carrots become a powerful eye-healing food.
Imagine this simple routine: roasted carrots with olive oil at dinner. While you sleep, your body quietly transforms that beta-carotene into vitamin A, feeding your eyes right when they're in their natural repair cycle. Over time, your night vision improves, glare fades, and you feel safer stepping outside after sunset. And remember, unlike high-dose supplements, food sources of vitamin A are safe. Your body only converts what it needs, protecting you from the dangers of overdose. So carrots may not be magic, but they're a powerful reminder that the simplest foods can bring back confidence at night. But carrots are just the beginning. Because while they help you see better in the dark, the next vegetable works quietly to protect your eyes from something you can't see at all, a silent enemy that may already be damaging your vision.
If carrots help you see in the dark, then broccoli is the bodyguard standing at the gate of your eyes. Why? Because one of the most dangerous threats to your vision isn't something you notice right away. It's not blurry letters or sudden flashes. It's something silent, creeping, and invisible: inflammation. As we age, tiny blood vessels inside the eye become fragile. Inflammation quietly damages them, starving your retina of oxygen and nutrients. Over years, this silent process can lead to macular degeneration, glaucoma, or even diabetic eye disease, problems that steal sight slowly, with almost no warning. Here's where broccoli steps in. This humble green vegetable is loaded with compounds that directly protect your eyes. Lutein and zeaxanthin, pigments your body sends straight to the macula, the center of your vision. They act like natural sunglasses, filtering out blue light from screens and sunlight. Sulforaphane, a unique compound that doesn't just fight free radicals itself, it actually switches on your body's own antioxidant defense system, like turning on a self-cleaning mode. But broccoli's power depends on how you prepare it. Raw broccoli is tough, locking away nutrients. Light steaming softens those fibers, releasing lutein and zeaxanthin while keeping its deep green color. And just like with carrots, adding a little healthy fat, olive oil, cheese, or avocado helps your body absorb much more. I once spoke with a retired teacher who loved reading mystery novels, but her eyes would tire after just a few pages and the words blurred. She started adding steamed broccoli to dinner 3 times a week. After 2 months, she told me, "I don't know if it's magic, but I can finally finish a whole chapter without rubbing my eyes." That's the study, Quiet Power of Broccoli. Not overnight miracles, but gradual strength, protecting your vision for the long run. So now, you've discovered how carrots help you see better at night, and broccoli helps you defend against invisible damage. But there's another vegetable, even stronger, that acts like the ultimate shield for your most precious center of sight, the macula. And trust me, if you're over 60, you'll want to hear about this one. If broccoli is the shield around your eyes, then kale is like putting on the finest pair of protective glasses nature can offer. At the very center of your retina lies the macula. This tiny spot is what lets you read a book, recognize your grandchild's smile, or notice the fine stitches in your favorite shirt. Without it, the world becomes hazy, faces lose detail, and daily tasks feel impossible. And here's the harsh truth. As we age, the macula is one of the first areas to weaken. Doctors call it age-related macular degeneration, AMD for short. It's slow, progressive, and devastating. But kale gives your macula exactly what it needs to fight back. It's packed with lutein and zeaxanthin, the same protective pigments found in broccoli, but in even greater concentration. These pigments act like built-in sunglasses for your eyes. They filter out harsh blue light from screens and sunlight. They reduce glare, so bright days feel softer. And most importantly, they neutralize the free radicals that slowly destroy retinal cells. Here's the catch. Your body can't make lutein or zeaxanthin on its own. You have to eat them. And kale is one of the richest natural sources on Earth. But raw kale isn't always kind to your stomach. That's why gentle cooking matters. Lightly steaming or sautéing kale reduces harsh compounds, making its nutrients easier to absorb, especially when paired with a drizzle of olive oil, a touch of avocado oil, or even a sprinkle of cheese. I once met a grandmother in her late 70s who told me, "I don't eat kale because I like it. I eat it because I want to keep seeing my granddaughter's face clearly for as long as I can." That's what kale represents, not just nutrition, but the power to hold on to the moments that matter most. And kale brings more than pigments. It carries vitamin C for corneal strength, vitamin K for healthy circulation, and antioxidants like quercetin that fight the oxidative stress driving vision decline. So far, you've learned how carrots help you see in the dark, broccoli shields you from hidden inflammation, and kale defends your most precious center of sight. But there's still one more vegetable, the quietest of them all. It doesn't boast bright colors or strong flavors, yet for aging eyes, it may be the most comforting of them all. Carrots give you clearer nights. Broccoli shields you from hidden enemies. Kale defends the very center of your sight. But sometimes what your eyes need most is comfort. And that's where zucchini comes in. At first glance, zucchini seems too mild, too plain to matter. But for seniors struggling with dry, itchy, or burning eyes, this soft vegetable can feel like a glass of cool water for tired vision. That's because zucchini is made up of more than 90% water. As we age, tear production declines, leaving eyes gritty and uncomfortable. Zucchini helps restore hydration from the inside, stabilizing the tear film, the delicate layer of moisture that keeps your eyes clear and smooth. But zucchini offers more than water. It also contains vitamin C, which strengthens the collagen framework of your cornea. Manganese, a trace mineral that helps the retina process light and defend against damage. A gentle dose of lutein, adding to the protective shield built by broccoli and kale. And unlike some tougher greens, zucchini is incredibly easy to digest. For seniors with sensitive stomachs, reduced appetite, or chewing difficulties, it slides effortlessly into soups, sautés, or stews, perfect for an evening meal. I once knew an older gentleman who relied on eye drops several times a day. He began adding zucchini to dinner 3 or 4 nights a week, lightly sautéed with olive oil and garlic. Within weeks, he noticed less burning at bedtime, less need for drops, and deeper, more restful sleep. That's the gift of zucchini. It doesn't shout, it soothes. It reminds us that sometimes the quietest foods bring the gentlest healing. Now you've seen the full picture. Carrots for night vision, broccoli for defense, kale for macular strength, and zucchini for comfort. But here's the real magic. When you combine them together, they don't just help separately. They create a powerful meal that nourishes every corner of your eyes while you sleep. Now imagine this. All four of these vegetables, carrots, broccoli, kale, and zucchini, working together on a single plate. Each one brings a different strength. Carrots feed your night vision. Broccoli fights the silent enemy of inflammation. Kale shields your macula, the heart of your vision. And zucchini restores comfort through hydration. But when you combine them, they form a complete meal for your eyes. Here's a simple recipe you can try. Sauté half a chopped zucchini in olive oil until soft. Add half a chopped carrot and cook for 5 minutes. Toss in broccoli florets and a handful of chopped kale. Add a splash of water or broth, cover, and steam until tender. Season with herbs, lemon, or even a pinch of turmeric for extra benefits. Enjoy this dish 3 or 4 evenings a week, and you'll be giving your eyes the exact nutrients they crave during their natural nightly repair cycle. Over time, you may notice less glare on the road, less strain when reading, and clearer mornings when you wake. And here's the deeper truth. Healing isn't always about reversing damage. Sometimes it's about slowing the decline, holding on to clarity, and protecting the independence that makes life meaningful. Even in your 60s, 70s, or 80s, your eyes are still alive with potential. They still rebuild cells, they still repair while you rest, and they still respond to the simplest acts of care. So the next time you sit down to dinner, remember, you're not just eating vegetables. You're feeding your freedom to drive at night, your joy of seeing loved ones' faces, your confidence in stepping outside without fear. If this message gave you hope, share it with a friend or family member who might need it. And don't forget to like this video, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell, because we'll keep bringing you more gentle, science-backed tips to help you stay strong, independent, and full of life. Your comeback doesn't have to be loud. It just has to be steady. One meal at a time.